how can you achieve rich girl makeup? Today I'm going to show you my rendition of rich girl makeup. I've been on a mission to make all of my makeup fit in this bag, for one thing, which if you've been with me for a while, you know that I used to have a ton of makeup. I had tons of makeup. And so this is a massive change, but I've also been really working on trying to improve my makeup collection and actually get makeup products that they're good quality, they set nice on the skin, they look nice all the time, that I have confidence in them. And that even if it's like raining or I'm sweating or it's super hot or whatever it is, that even when those kinds of situations are happening, that my makeup still looks nice. And that I can always depend on my makeup look, but also that I can put my makeup on fast, that I can consistently wear the same makeup look and know it's going to look nice for any occasion. That's been my goal. And so I've actually gotten a few newer products that I wanted to show you, and I'm still on the search for some other ones. So let's just start off. Whoa, I got really close, excuse me. Let's just start off with my face. Now, I used to always put foundation on. Rarely would I put concealer on, but things have changed. And for me, I've noticed that a lot of times whenever I'm trying to get that super nice, flawless makeup look, that it's like, it just looks like it's your skin, but it's beautiful, that just using concealer goes a long way. So I actually recently invested in the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant. Okay, so it's Shape Tape, so it's a full coverage concealer, but it has more of a hydrated look to it. So I'm in the color 20B, and so what I do is I just take out a little applicator, adjust my mirror here, and all I do is I put it right here, okay? Basically, I put it where any of like my redness happens, okay? That's where I focus. Always the upper lip, always the upper lip. Okay, the chin and my forehead. Okay, so basically what I do is I address the center of the face, okay? And once that's on there, I take my foundation brush. This is the Real Techniques foundation brush, and I just start stippling it out. I took a makeup artistry course back in like 2020, I think it was. This is precisely how they said to apply foundation, that you go from the center and you work your way out, okay? And that is the best way to get even coverage, good coverage, without putting like tons of makeup on. Because most of us, like, that's where the, I'm gonna say, imperfections happen, is in the center of the face. Now, I only used what was on the applicator with my first withdrawal, okay? So there's not a lot of makeup on my face. If you are able to buy a higher end, nicer product that it's like, I don't have to use hardly any of this, it's gonna last you a lot longer than a cheaper, budget-friendly product that you have to use tons of in order to make it work. Okay, so that is my base, okay? That's just what I start out with. Now next, I go in with my blush, and I really wanted to get all cream products. So this is the Tarte Maneater blush in the color Buff, okay? So this is called a Silk Stick. I'm gonna have all of this linked down below. This is called a Silk Stick, okay? But it's just like a super nice neutral color. All I do is right here on my cheekbone, okay? I don't like just the apples of the cheeks, okay? I think it looks stupid on me because my face is sort of round. So I do more stripes, okay? I also put it on like lipstick, okay? So that just gives me like a very neutral base for later when I want to put something else on my lips. And then I just take, I don't even know what kind of brush this is. So it's a ColourPop brush. I've used it for contour before, but I've been using it for my blush nowadays. I'm just blending that in. I don't really contour anymore. I'd sort of like to find a nice cream contour, and I might actually be able to find it in the Tarte collection, like what I'm looking for, whether that's just another concealer that I use or like an actual contour stick of some sort. I think I actually did find it, but they were out of it at the Ulta that I went to. I would like to find something to contour with just lightly, but it's also not a super big priority for me, so I just focus on blush, and then next I'm going to apply my highlight. So so this is the Tarte Glow Tape highlighter, and this is in the color Pearl Glow. Okay, so this is the lightest one. Now this, so you just like twist it and then you squeeze out, okay? Now there's some in this spongy thing, so I don't need to really, you don't need to squeeze some out every time you go to apply it, okay? And I just like to put that right there, okay? And then the tip of my nose, and then I might just dab a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then I don't use a brush to blend this out, I just use my finger. I find that that just works nicely. This is a pretty liquidy consistency, so it blends out really nicely. It doesn't look like, oh my word, she's got a stripe on her face. It just looks hydrated, which is what I'm going for. And I like using all cream products just because everything sort of blends together really nicely, instead of like using a blend of powders and creams where, you know, things can start getting cakey and more textured as you go along and as you apply more. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, and I'm looking for something to sort of replace this and get something smaller that can fit in my bag. And I don't do eyeshadow all the time, which is sort of a far cry from what I used to be like, but I just fell out of love with it. So moving on. I go in with these two neutral colors. So this is the ColourPop Rock Candy Palette, and I go in with these two colors right here with a blending brush. Okay, so just super neutral colors. And I literally just put it on the outer V of my eye and blend it into my crease, okay? So that's all I do whenever I do put eyeshadow on my eyes, is just a little bit of pretty much eye contour, okay? I'm not really worried about, oh man, is it this like blown out smoky eye? If I were to go out and like have a special event or something like that, I might be more into like the smoky eyes and stuff like that. But lately, I just really haven't been into eyeshadow. And I think it's just because it's like, I don't want to worry about everything looking right. I'm okay with how my eyes look. I'm not like self-conscious of how my eyes look. I do like it when they are more contoured. I do like it when they have more dimension like this, but it's not absolutely necessary in order for me to be happy. I don't always do this step, but that's what I do when I do put eyeshadow on my eyes. Now, the next step is mascara, okay? So I've been using the L'Oreal Paris Lash Paradise mascara, and this is in the color Black is Black, okay? I mean, is there any other color? No, not for me anyways. So I always like to curl my lashes. I know it freaks some people out to curl their lashes. It used to freak me out, but I really like how they look when they're going up. And I don't like heavily curl them, I just sort of lightly curl them. And I only put mascara on my upper eyelashes, okay? Why do I do that? Well, because I can't seem to figure out a way to keep my mascara from getting on my cheeks when it's on my lower lashes. So I just don't put them on my lower lashes. I just stopped doing that. Obviously, if you want to put mascara on your lower lashes, put it on your lower lashes. Yeah, this is what I've found to work for me, and I actually really do like it. I feel like it keeps my eyes looking very young and awake when I only put it on my upper eyelashes. Okay, so right there it is, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and then the last step, and I actually need to go get my other one. The last step is lips, okay? So obviously I like to put the blush on my lips first thing. I've also used contour before and put it on my lips, and that sort of helps it to be more of like a neutral color, and obviously you can do different colors of contour. You could do a darker contour, you could do a lighter contour, depending on the look that you're going for. But I've been really liking using this blush in particular just because it's so neutral. It's not super pink, and it's not really super brown either. So, but I like to put on top of it lip glosses. So these are the NYX Professional Makeup Butter Glosses. And I have the color Sugar High and Creme Brulee. And I like to put both of them on because it just sort of creates more of like a neutral pinkish like peachy color. Just put a little bit on. I like that. So I always do the sugar high color and then the creme brulee color, because the sugar high is just a little bit darker. And there it is. Comb your eyebrows into the places you wanted to go. So that is sort of how I create my everyday makeup look, but it's also what I've done to sort of step up my makeup look, because I feel like a lot of times whenever you look at just very well put together individuals, let's just put it that way, they always have a very nice makeup look. They have pretty consistent makeup look. It's fairly natural, but it also just sort of evens everything out, balances everything out, and it's not necessarily about changing the way you look or putting a lot of makeup on. A lot of times less is more, and in this case that's exactly what it is, that less is more, and that it just gives you more of a flawless makeup look. I do not powder my face at all. I stopped powdering my face just because what I found is that I wear glasses, and so a lot of times if I wear glasses, then I'll get, you know, you get these little marks right here that it's messed up your makeup, and it just ends up looking like garbage by the end of the day, especially if you just want to put your glasses on top of your head to take a break. And so by not putting powder on, I'm able to blend that out and everything looks fine, and I don't look like, yeah, it's not like cemented into the place that it is when you wear your glasses. So I did stop wearing powder altogether. I stopped powdering my face. Sometimes I'll put setting spray on, but not typically. I don't really feel like there's a need to put setting spray on. I feel like a lot of times setting spray is good if you do use a powder, just because it is sort of designed to melt the powders and the cream products together. But since we're only using cream products here, there's not really a need for setting spray. So that is my updated makeup routine, sort of my rich girl makeup routine, if you will. That just makes me feel like a little bit leveled up, a little bit more nicer. It just makes me feel nicer, and it makes me feel more put together. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I love you oh so very much, and until next time, so long.